This is Levi. He was 20 months when he taught himself to swim. He was 21 months when he was diagnosed with autism. This is Levi at 3 years old. Levi engages in behaviors that interfere with his ability to learn and develop age-appropriate skills. Levi's family live in fear, waking up each day worrying that today might be the day that Levi hurts himself so severely that he causes permanent damage.
He does self-injury, which includes banging his head on the ground. It used to be that he was smaller and he banged it and it was bad, but now that he's over 42 inches, he drops from full standing and slams his head on the ground. It doesn't matter if it's tile, it doesn't matter if it's cement, he just does it. He also hits himself in the face, and when he's really mad, that's really hard. He'll actually leave handprints on his face when he does that. He's also escaping. We've put bars on all of our windows. He's pushing out the screens, even upstairs where it's a 25-foot drop, and trying to climb out the windows. And he doesn't care if he's gonna fall or not. Our whole house is locked down. We have locks on all the doors. The windows that we don't have bars on, we keep shut. The self-injury, I try to grab him and keep him from cracking his skull open, basically. And then I hold him and bring him into the house or bring him wherever I've got to. And I used to put him in his room, but putting him in his room doesn't work anymore. Now he just goes up to his room and bangs his head and then screams and cries and then comes right back downstairs and acts like nothing's interrupted what was happening. He's still in the mood. And then if I lock him in his room, which is what we've done in the past, he now goes number 2 and smears it all over himself, all over the room, as punishment for me putting him in his room. Yesterday he had me in tears. He pushed the baby down the stairs twice because now the aggression is kind of going outwards. It's kind of at a pretty extreme point right now. It makes me concerned that I'm going to have to institutionalize Levi or something to keep Taylor safe because he's hurting the baby. So it also has put a big stress on our marriage because it's not a normal state of living to live in a prison.
He runs. He's very fast.
Everything is geared in our house to making it so Levi can't get out. And it puts a lot of stress on us because it puts a stress on our marriage because if he forgets to lock the door, Levi gets out, we have a whole big episode of hitting himself, and of course, I'm like, why didn't you lock the door? Don't put him down. I'll be right back.
Levi's behaviors require professional behavioral consultation in the home and school. Behavior analysts assess the behavior and implement behavior change procedures. Parents and teachers are trained to implement these procedures to decrease these dangerous behaviors.
The challenges that I see him overcome with ABA is to be able to follow instructions.
Okay, all done with the truck. Let's go sit in the chair. 1, 2, 3.
When you first see them, you get filled with hope.
Well, not right now, sweetie. You have 4 more minutes.
And then, as when we get to the timer, okay, just in a few minutes, and then when you hear him understand a situation like this, that he's gonna wait, and you know.
He thinks it's gonna rain.
How far he's come.
Behaviors were assessed and a behavior plan was implemented. The assessment found that denying access to reinforcers such as toys, activities, or mom triggered the self-injury. and the physical and verbal attention given after the self-injury supported the behavior.
Are you sure you don't do? So what about Thomas? What about an airplane? How about computer? You want to work on the computer?
A behavior plan was implemented and parents and school personnel were trained. Slowly, each day, the self-injury started to decrease. Levi was able to wait for access to reinforcers when asked. By altering the environment and the consequences, self-injury decreased in frequency and intensity. In this example, there were behaviors that changed. The behaviors increased or decreased in some way. The change was caused by a behavior change procedure. These procedures are based on behavioral laws. In this training, you will learn about these behavioral laws and the theories behind behavior change procedures.